your DNA. He loves this school. He loves strength. That's all he is. That's why he'll never have family like that.
Oh yeah, we made this track.
Oh, you'll never be able to do this. Nobody like that. The foot boyish. They stand the foot boy. Shalom, shalom. Before we begin, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Hakudash. Double honor to the apostles, double honor to the bishops, the elders who taught us this truth. Shalom out there to you sincere brothers out there teaching his word. To you few sisters out there that's watching, we want to say to you shalom. We just going over the 50 TIB, in which we can see it's a lot of stuff going on. I don't really want to comment about it for real, but all I can say is 50's true characters being revealed, because it shows so much lack. Yeah, he rich, he got money, but there's a lot of wealth that he'll never see. Family is wealth. Other than wealth, you'll never have that. So, I mean, it's gonna all come out. It's gonna all play out. I want to touch on something else, though. I want to get on this war with Iran. And this thing, if this don't show you that your country has been compromised, your relatives, your friends, your family that's in the military are now working for a rogue state. They always have been. It's just now out in the open now. But see, this is the one thing right here that Esau, this scripture, he lies to himself. And he believes his own lies, which is very unwise. He's find himself in this predicament. And it goes back to that scripture, I think this, let me get those right here. It's in the book of Psalms, chapter 14, verse 1. To the chief musician, the Psalm of David, the fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, and there is none that doeth good. Now that scripture touches on so many things. Number one, it touches on the reason that Esau is all speed ahead with all his wickedness. Is number one reason because he doesn't think he has to pay for it. That's why this man would do wickedness all the way to his deathbed and then want to come to Jesus. Right there on the deathbed after a lifetime of wickedness. He think he just gonna be forgiven and everything gonna be that. Now the second part of this scripture, they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Look at your government. Look at the Epstein files and all these things that these people have allegedly been doing. Is that not abominable works? Look at your politicians as far as there is none that doeth good. No, they ain't gonna do good. You know why they ain't gonna do good? They're not allowed to. Because these same politicians that you depend on to clean up your community, guess what? They're being blackmailed by footage of them in the Epstein files. And this goes all through the White House. Matter of fact, I got a meme right here.
That's why they gotta move accordingly.
Exactly.
They don't have no slack to work with because, like the brother said, they got all that footage of them in them files, man.
I got some more proof right here.
A whole lot of footage.
Where is it?
That's why your boy Trump had to do what he did.
Listen to this. Rampant child videos sharing discovered on Department of Defense computers. Hundreds of employees implicated. See, they was passing around child videos all through the White House, sharing them. That tells you right there, all of them with the shit. All of them with it. This thing says rampant child porn sharing discovered on Department of Defense computers. Hundreds of employees implicated. All of them do. It ain't Democrat versus Republican because they're all eat them.
Yeah, they all it's two wings on that one bird, man. They all in cahoots. It just looks like they do it to you. They do it to you in the wrestling. They have you thinking that these wrestlers are against each other, but they not. You know, because when I used to work at the Bradley Center some years ago, we had to set up shows for that, and we had the opportunity to sit and have brunch with them, and a lot of them that were beefing on the air, they was friends in the background.
Yeah, because it's an act. They
Just
on the show.
Man.
You remember this? You remember what they always say? The world is a stage.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They also got a name for these so-called wars. It's called the theater of war, because it's all about what the public sees and what the public believes, not what's actually real and not real. It's all about what they can convince you to believe what they call as being true. Now, if you don't notice a pattern about this weak Edomite man, he always attacks at night. Was that not how he did Venezuela? And now he did the same thing to Iran. But now Iran responded by saying they taking out every United States military base in the region, which they should have did a long time ago. Get these Edomites out of your countries.
Yeah, they the problem.
You see what all they bring? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, these Edomites, they the problem, man. And people are starting to realize it. I seen an Asian guy. I don't think he could have been a Jake, but he was calling it out how America and these Edomites, how they get down, man, stab you in the back, how they don't keep their end of the bargain, man.
No.
You know, and they always try to undermine folks all the time. I seen Trump. He was threatening another one of them nations over there, basically saying if they don't put down their weapons, it's going to be certain death. You know, so he's doing what he don't do the most, puff up at his enemies. I'm gonna get that Psalms 10:4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And there was a sign, a characteristic right there of him puffing up at his enemies, telling them if they don't move in the way that he need them to move, there's going to be certain death. But we know who's behind it. Like I told the brother on the way here, you so-called you army troops, the Marine, the Navy, y'all not fighting for your country. You fighting for them small hatters over there.
It sure is.
You fighting for a bunch of pedos, man. And y'all don't realize that, but it's starting to come out now with these files and everything. The truth is springing out from the earth, man. Everybody's starting to see this thing for what it really is, man. And that's why, like I posted before, that's why Esau's getting exposed so bad, man, that he's finna go shedding blood. He's finna shed a whole bunch of blood.
That's what he'd rather do than to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And that's a shame right there. I got these couple scriptures right here. And this is talking about Edom. This is Psalms chapter 55. And we can start at verse 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old Salah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. See, these people have not changed. That's why the Lord is going to drill them the way he is. These people haven't changed. They still on the wickedness. They still with lying, death, violence, destruction. Taking your shit unrighteously, unjustly. They haven't changed. Verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. How many times have Esau broken agreements, treaties, ceasefires? Because right now Trump is taking plays from Netanyahu's playbook. If you want to stay out of jail and stay in office, you got to keep wars going.
You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
That's what it is. That's what's happening right now. You want to stay out of jail for committing war crimes, you got to keep committing war crimes. What kind of logic is that? Let's keep rolling. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. See that tell you right there, this man, he'll come at you with them soft threads, just like what it just said right here. Y'all don't know what Esau is planning. So I know y'all in y'all best hopes, y'all hoping this man do the right thing, but your hopes are in vain because he's not created to do the right thing. He's created to do wickedness and lie about it all. And you can't change his program, Eve, up there taking up for him.
You can't change somebody that's accustomed to doing evil, man.
No.
If he's accustomed to doing wickedness, that's what he's going to do. And I'm talking like you said, I'm talking to that pom-pom old Christian woman, because that's who it was at Eve. Talking about let Trump do his job. He's not doing nothing but making it real bad for you Americans, man. He's putting you in a very harsh condition, man.
And he putting all you Americans in a dangerous position too. Because he's putting all you Americans right in the crosshairs of other nations. He gonna run his bunker like the bitch he is. That's just what they do. They big and bad when they outnumber you, outgun you. When they by themselves, oh, they quiet as a church mouse.
In America, you Babylonians, you're not ready for that war.
No, they ain't ready.
You're not ready for that war, man. Do you see the technology? You see how far ahead China is with its technology,
man,
compared to this place, man, with the robots, with the robotic dogs, with the 50 caliber rifles on their back.
Oh, they coming up more than that now.
And then they got super soldiers that do Shaolin Kung Fu and shoot, man.
They got robots that do Kung Fu. I seen it myself.
Yeah. And you people think that it's AI. No, you can't be that simple-minded. You got to understand we're in that age where technology is thriving on a whole nother level, man. And America don't got it all. You know, why Trump lying on TV saying they got the strongest military in the world, which is a bold-faced lie, man. How is they going to stand up against all these accompanying nations that's getting ready to rise up against this place? Plus, America, plus NATO and the EU going to turn on America.
They already have.
You know, they through. That's it.
They working, it's over 40 nations. And most of them NATO. They working on workarounds. How to not have to deal with the United States in anything. In business, trade, finance, they don't want nothing to do with the United States. Why? Because the United States can't be trusted. They break covenants. Don't nobody want no dealings with that. Even Americans don't want nothing to do with Americans. That's how bad it is over here.
That's wild right there.
And for Eve out there trying to save him, this is the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. You can't change him. So why are you still trying? You need to be trying to work on your own salvation and trying to defend your enemy. That lets you know right there you don't know what's going on and your priorities are not in order. Your number one priority is defending Esau. What about defending your family? What about defending your nation? Yasharala. You put Edom first. So we already know what your future gonna be, death. Because by putting Edom first by default, you are an enemy of the throne.
Esau, Eve and these stupid minor jakes out here doing it this way, trying to save this man. You think the people that raped, robbed, and pillaged damn near every nation on this planet, man, all the genocide that they did to our people, you think the Most High, Yahweh Shimi Awashai, gonna just get him a free pass, dude? That's not gonna happen. He's going into them chains. There's nothing that y'all can do about it. You get mad at us, you get mad at the other brothers that say the same thing.
Because he goes, hey, 2/3 gonna get it first. While you out here trying to defend your enemy, and speaking of our enemy, look, you see between them two cars, you see that snow? Still icebergs around here. And it was 70 degrees yesterday. So what does that tell you about this snow? That's not the Lord's snow. That's Esau shit. It was filled with contaminants, metals, all kind of chemicals.
Carcinogens.
Exactly. That's why I tell people, do not let your children play in this contaminated, defiled ass snow. This is abominable snow by definition, for real. Because it was created by an abomination called Esau.
The original abominable snowman.
The original savage. The original wild man.
The original East Atlanta savage.
You know what I'm saying? This dude is the progenitor of so much wickedness. Yet at the same time, our people can be so forgiving with him. But when it comes to your own, you cut them off for life. For doing little, next to nothing. Yeah, your priorities ain't in order. Eve and you 2/3 Israelites out there. You better get your priorities in order. And you better align your priorities with the Lord's will. Because if you still want Babylon to continue, you're going against the Lord. And He's going to put you down for it. I don't understand what it's going to take for you to see these prophecies popping off the pages. All these wars popping up. All this corruption in your government. All these secrets being exposed. But yet you expect tomorrow that all this going to go away and America just going to be great again. That is not physically possible.
That's not going to. America's through, man. I was watching this congressman. He was talking about how America is broke. Just pure, America is broke. That you people that's out here investing in them 401ks, a time gonna come when them banks gonna have to shut down and y'all gonna lose it because they not gonna have your cash.
No, they ain't got it now.
They about to starve y'all out. They about to starve you out, and then they gonna implement that MOT thing, man.
They do something called fractional banking. Fractional banking is not banking. What they do, let's say you put $100 in the bank. Through fractional banking, they're only required to hold 10% of your money in that bank at any given time. So if you put $100 in there and you go back and try to get that 100, you're gonna have to get them a couple days because they got to get the other 90 back. But we got 10. Yeah. But they call this honest banking. But who runs the banks? The tiny tops.
The same ones that fund the wolves. The same ones that fund the criminals that go into that snow that he was just talking about.
Exactly.
The same ones that fund you eating bread before he dies in your foods. Because America ain't nothing but a big,
It's a big phony.
Pretty much.
America likes to front for the world like they just got it going on.
America's a big project, man.
America's a big hypocrite. It is the world's largest hypocrite. They say freedom and justice for all. But they bring in war, death, violence, and destruction to you. Like the elder said, democracy comes with a grenade. But a lot of nations finding that out the hard way. That's why they're getting away from the United States and all the madness that comes with dealing with the United States. Because you have mad men running this country. You have the wicked running this country. You have pedos running this country. You have thieves and liars and murderers and child rapists running this country. It's beyond obvious because the government is going above and beyond to protect these PDFs.
It's always Esau. Check this out. A pedophile who targeted a new mom on Tinder to rape or grape her newborn baby has been sentenced to life in prison. You got an Indiana Trump cultist, Chris Bertoni, has been arrested for allegedly downloading sexually explicit images of children.
See,
North Dakota Republican Senator Ray Holmberg has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for traveling abroad 14 times to rape children.
See,
and it's more than that. I got more I'll bring out later, but
I got one right here. Go ahead.
you got. I'll bring those out later. Again.
I got one. This one called Dennis. His name is Dennis Hastert. The longest serving Republican Speaker of the House was a serial child molester. See, y'all see the pattern now? Only the nation of Edom has this problem. The only nation that cannot keep their hands off of kids. Why do kids live in y'all mind rent free?
And also the only nation that seeks after blood. Just got to have bloodshed. You know, 85% to 90% of the serial killers were Edomites.
Yeah,
in
I can believe that.
In history.
I can believe that. Because even though they tell you this lie, cheese, and rice is the God of this nation, that ain't the God of this nation. The God of this nation is Baal. Look at all the child sacrifices and child death these people go above and beyond to commit. That's the God of this land, Baal.
There's a book out there y'all need to go grab. You should grab it too. I just got a copy of it. It's called Black as Fuck History. That's what it says. And on the front, they got a picture of the founding fathers and these small hatters. And they got words around them from sex trafficking to child molestation to raping. It's basically exposing these people and how they took this land and how they couldn't even make it on this land if it wasn't for the Gadites that was over here. These people they couldn't even sustain their own living here. They had to learn and freeload off the people that were here in this land, which were Israelites. It goes into how they started killing them Indians, eating their own people and kids to survive because they was eating all their rations because they didn't know how to till the land. These people been like that, man. This ain't nothing new at all. There's nothing new under the sun, man.
I got a confession right here. This is from Jacob Rothschild. Allegedly claims my family created Israel. That's where you get the tiny tots from. Because just like that Egyptian president said back in the 50s, the Israelites left here black and came back white. Who are you people? Go look it up. So yeah, they got into that land with a piece of paper. Listen to this. Jacob Rothschild is being widely quoted online as saying my family created Israel. The statement has sparked intense debate across social media, with many discussing the historical role of the Israel's founding and the involvement of the prominent banking families in nearly 20 centuries geopolitics. Historians note that the creation of Israel in 1948, Balfour Declaration, followed decades of political negotiations, international agreements, and the United Nations Partition Plan. The resurfaced quote has reignited conversations about influence, history, and the narrative surrounding Israel's establishment. See, they created a political party. This is not supposed to be, because it says in the scriptures that the Israelites will have no power. So how can they be the people? They wouldn't have any power, any influence as far as money, geopolitics. And as you can see, we don't have any influence. Just like the prophecy said, we're going to be at the bottom. So if the prophecy state that the Israelites would be at the bottom, who are these people at the top? That's Amalek, Khazarian Mafia, the Khazars. Look them up. Matter of fact, this politician, what's his name? Rush Limbaugh. I don't want to say the wrong name, but one politician, I don't know who it was, but he basically said, if you don't support Netanyahu, the Lord will destroy you.
Yeah, I saw that. So,
once again, ask yourself, who are these people worshiping? They're worshiping Baal. Think about it. In order for a wicked kingdom to continue, you got to keep sacrificing blood. So this is why this country's been going on for so long. Because they kept giving blood sacrifices to Baal, to Molech. And those sacrifices came through children, they came through wars, they came through straight up racism. Blood sacrifices keep the wicked kingdom going.
But it's getting to an end now. We getting to an end of it to these two kingdoms, man. You know, and what the brother was saying about them not being the people, because the Lord is going to set us in that land, man. You know, that's the prophecy. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their land and set them in their own land. You see that? We're going to be set, Lord, we're going to be set back in our own land, man. The Lord is going to put the Israelites, starting with the elect, man, back in that land himself. Y'all can't just go with it. Trying to make it like y'all fulfill the Bible prophecy. Y'all doing the crazy shit that y'all doing with a piece of paper, costing that craft to prosper, that ink pen. That's all y'all do. But you took that way that we know it.
And they trying to take more. They got a plan in place called the Greater Israel Project. They trying to take on Ishmaelite surrounding lands too. See, greed. Ooh, I just came across another. Transgender predator attempts to enter girl softball locker room. He got on some lingerie or some shit. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But yeah. Edom has this problem. No other nation has a problem. Because I can analyze this psychologically, and I can tell you that Esau has a control complex. He always has to be in control of something. So what's the guarantee you have control over somebody? That you got to find somebody that's younger than you, smaller than you. That guarantees your control. Just yesterday, I was sitting out on the stoop just chilling. I seen the biggest, fattest Edomite walking the smallest dog. Looked like he was walking a rat, a gerbil or some shit. The dog was so small. I'm like, see, that's their control complex. He has to be in control of something. Despite the fact he don't know what to do with control. He doesn't know what to do with power. When Esau gets granted power, that's when Baal takes over. That's when Molech takes over. Whenever Esau's in any position of authority, those gods that he worships enters him and he does wickedness. Rather, he commits murder through racism. That's a blood sacrifice. And these people don't feel nothing behind it because they are satisfying their God. Go ahead, bro. She came out
with some shit for your ass. I mean, the elders and the apostles been telling you this for a long time. But I mean, you got to come out of the horse's mouth. The people that's been there in them situations, they see what we don't see behind closed doors.
But we know what's going on.
We know what's happening.
Yeah.
We know what's happening. And she came out and said how they be basically trafficking kids' organs, sex trafficking children, raping them, eating them. Because, these cats, they do that cannibalism and the drinking of the blood. That's what they do. They'll torture a child, and then they'll get that adrenaline going, and then they drink that blood, man. And they tap into them left-hand spirits, man.
I got another one. See, I stay taking screenshots. Pastor Doug Wilson, who spoke at the Pete Hegseth Pentagon prayer service. He admits, I'm a friend of pedophiles. Look at this.
And if you're a friend of pedophiles, you are one.
Exactly.
Birds of a feather flock together, man.
Y'all can see that. Yeah. Birds of a feather flock together. That's why Ted Cruz came out and said we need to stop attacking PDFs. Because he with the shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, allegedly, I can't approve it, but I know it through the spirit. Because if either you down with it or you against it, there's no gray area concerning PDF shit.
Especially that, bro.
No.
Come on, man.
It ain't no gray area. Either you doing it or you against it? And how you feel about it lets us know everything we need to know.
I got one right here. Missouri truck driver arrested after missing 16-year-old girl found inside his tractor trailer.
Look it up.
At West Virginia Welcome Center. See? We got Ohio mayor charged after 10 girl catches in sleeping in her dirty underwear.
Yeah.
You see how violent these is all Edomites, I'm telling you.
Wow.
These is all Edomites that base man the violent in the earth, man. No one's violent than these people, man. They got an evangelical Trump supporter, Glenn McKinney, and his brother Donnie McKinney have been arrested on charges that they raped a child under 12 years old, man.
And I got this is the dangerous part because these same PDFs there in your schools teaching your children. Listen to this. And this dude, he was at Harvard University. Harvard says Larry Summers will step down from his roles at the university amid scrutiny over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. These people are in your schools. They're in your churches. They're up at your jobs. That's why I said, and then the most disgusting thing I ever heard, I did a video on it. This Edomite father, he's like, people don't really talk about the dads. And he was being interviewed by another Edomite dude. And he said, they don't talk enough about the dads. The truth is, when you babysit your own kid for the first time, you all alone with him, he said he gets on hard. And the other Edomite that was interviewing him laughed. I had to pause the video. I'm like, what the fuck funny about that? And then they showed a Jake expression in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, and we had the same expression. Disgust. But he admitted that. He admitted when he's alone with his child, he gets excited. Now my thing is this: why you alone with your child, you getting excited, but not your wife?
I'm getting excited and you just can't hide it. You're about to lose control and you think you like it. That's Esau. That's Esau. This is Job 30:8. They were children of fools. Because only a fool will laugh at some madness like that when another man tells you something about that about his child.
No, another man laugh at it. Is he do it too?
Is he with it? They were children of fools, yea. Children of basement, they were violent than the earth, man. These people are violent. I know we say it every day, all day, every week. These people are violent. You're starting to see. You know, that's why you got all the whistleblowers on TikTok pushing it out. You know, you got the brothers, the elders and apostles, great millstone out there on the highways and hedges, and doing sit-down lessons, talking about it every day, all day, every week. It's exposed, man. Esau's skirt has been lifted.
I got one, man. This one blew my mind. Epstein files reveal Stephen Hawkins raped children while security pinned them down. Now, Stephen Hawkins, he's paralyzed from the neck up. You remember the dude that in the wheelchair in the hover round with the robotic voice?
Yeah.
He was in on the shit too. Look. I don't know if y'all can see this. Stephen Hawkins, man. DOJ emails reveal that Stephen Hawkins raped children on Jeffrey Epstein's infamous private island while his security team pinned them down. So you can't rape by yourself. You need help to rape. Because you ain't got control of your arms and your legs. So how your private part, does it even function as well? Because you paralyzed from the neck down, so like, not the neck up, but from the neck down. So everything from the neck down don't work. So how?
Feel like.
What were you doing? Were you just going through the motions? I mean, Stephen Hawkins died. He died recently, but this is the thing though. You know why he died? Because he believed the same thing that all Edomites believe. He doesn't believe there's a God. He admitted this. He said he believes there is no God. And we read that scripture at the beginning of the video. So the Lord had to show him. You got all this money. Look how the Lord do you though. You got all this money, but you don't have your health. Health is the true wealth. So you might as well be broke if you can't enjoy life on this planet as a human. Now the Lord put him in a wheelchair and made him paralyzed to his dying day for talking shit about the Lord.
I got Ecclesiasticus 30 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth.
Exactly.
You got infinite wealth in the body of the pig game.
Just like most of these Edomites, but most of these rich people in general, yeah, you got riches, but you don't have the true wealth. True wealth is family, health, happiness. You don't have that. So you depending on your money to make you feel whole.
Yeah. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart, man.
Exactly.
See?
So y'all ain't happy. Y'all got juiced in and think the money gonna make you happy. No. I got another one right here though. Shots. Kentucky man arrested for having sexual relations with dead deer. Bruh, you can't make this up.
He look like a yeti, like he out there for real.
This where you get your bestiality from. I've been doing this since biblical days. Because if they wasn't doing it in biblical times, it wouldn't be in the Bible. That's why they put it in the Bible, because Esau was doing all this madness since biblical times. That's why it's in there. That's why it's in the book of Leviticus. Talking about bestiality. A man lied with a beast, says he lied with a woman, he shall surely be put to death. It is confusion. This dude right here humping on dead deer.
There was a woman out here on the video on social media, man. I don't know how true it is, because I be out here, but you can't put it past Esau. She was having relations with her fucking horse, man. She was having relations with her horse, and it could be AI. Like I said, the chick was pregnant, man. Like, and her shit was sticking way out here too, man. Wouldn't be surprised when Esau deal with that bestiality shit, man.
Yeah, his imagination he just runs with it.
And Eve, she runs around and does it too now. Out here letting dogs lick on her genitalia and shit, man.
How nasty.
Y'all got to go, man. You women got to go.
Check this out. Esau being honest. Esau showing his true horns. It says here, this is the United States representative, Huckabee. He's supposed to be United States representative. But I don't know how many of y'all seen his interview recently with Tucker Carlson.
Oh, man.
He sounded like he was an advocate for Israel. And this is a statement he made. Israel has the biblical right to take over all of the Middle East. So who he rooting for? He's supposed to be representing the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell he has a Khazarian spirit. Because Tucker Carlson was drilling him. He was drilling him, catching him in all kind of questions, catching him in all kind of lies. This man gonna claim Huckabee. He claims that anybody can be converted to Judaism, but everybody's not considered a Jew. What does that mean? Is that not confusion? So anybody could convert to that fake religion, but even after you convert, they won't look at you as being one of them. So what's the point of conversion? See, all of it madness and confusion. Because the real Israelis, that's a political party. That's not the Lord's people. They're using the Bible to gain power in politics. And y'all can't see that.
Y'all going out y'all can just take land and shit. The Lord said that, ask of me and I'll give you the heathen for an inheritance and the uttermost parts of the earth. Man, this is Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Give it. Y'all going out here just taking and coveting fields, man. Y'all should. That's how y'all know these is not the people.
Nope, these are the cancerous people of the earth, man. They like locusts. Everywhere they go, it's destruction. Let me get and nobody wants them there. Wherever they go, nobody wants them around. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23. Oh, let me get it in the new one. Because they say they're the people, but they're breaking every law in the Bible. So let's get this law. This is the book of Job, chapter 24, verse 2. And this is a characteristic of Esau. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. They'll take your whole way of living. Look how they just did the farmers. Took all the subsidies, but they don't want you to farm no more because they want the people to be dependent on the government.
I was anticipating that. Okay, let that fall. That fall. We don't
You gotta know.
These governments, man, like brother said, they got characteristics, and the Lord don't like the characteristics that they have, man. I'm gonna show you this scripture, Proverbs. It's Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to run to do mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. And that is exactly how the Amalekites moving, and these Edomites as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
They are straight abomination to the Lord, man. Everything that they do is contrary, dude, against the scriptures.
I got this in Proverbs chapter 23, verse 10. Remove not the old landmark and enter not into the fields of the fathers. That's all they do is remove landmarks. We want this land. We want that land. The Lord divided up the earth amongst the nations as he saw fit. That wasn't good enough for Esau. He wanted to rearrange the landmarks and take more land because he's covetous. And this man has a history of being covetous as far as land. Let's go to Michael. You can go bring it up. I got another one.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 2. We can go back one. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. That's what they do, man. The same way when they took that land, they start calling themselves Jews. You took a whole heritage, you stole it. Has nothing to do with you. Like the dudes, like when Tucker Carlson was talking to that Edomite. He was like, so if these people that are calling themselves Jewish that are not Jewish, should they be not in this land? No, they shouldn't be in that land. They should be kicked out that land. And he was telling on himself. In so many words, he was letting you know that they are not them people. He was dancing around the question. I don't know if I'm sure what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Playing
Dancing
stupid.
around the shit, man.
Playing stupid.
Pure cognitive dissonance, man.
He knew what was being
That
asked.
just pissed me off, man, because I remember watching that.
Yeah, he knew what he was being asked. He knew he couldn't answer the question because he thought that if he answered honestly, he would give himself away. You gave yourself away anyway.
The body language and the way that he was sweating bullets.
Man, this dude was an Israeli advocate, man. You can tell by his answers. He is pro-Israel all the way. But at the same time, he's supposed to be representing America. So y'all, you Americans, y'all are some of the dumbest people, the slowest people on the planet. Because you big and bad when you got to go against somebody that's weaker or less inferior. But when it comes to dealing with your own people, y'all some cowards. Y'all won't even address it. Y'all won't even acknowledge that there is a problem. That's how cowardly and weak you Americans are. And the elder said it. This is the home of the bend over and take it.
Man, Elder Malcolm, y'all.
Y'all taking all this shit from this government. Y'all are letting this government get this country into a world war.
While y'all struggling at home.
Exactly. Y'all got the resources. The Edomites got all the power. This is their kingdom. What are they doing with their power? They ain't doing nothing with it. But when it comes to Israelites building a black community, oh, y'all with it then. Y'all with it. We got to do something about this. But when it comes to facing your own, fronting your own people against their own wickedness, y'all silent as hell. That is why y'all about to get judged. Because your true colors are showing as well, America.
Yep.
You showing. I mean, look how many times you stopped us from just being, from existing. All those towns you drowned, all those towns you burned. But when it comes to your own people, you turn a blind eye to wickedness. That shows right there that you are guilty as well, because you refuse to do any righteousness against this wickedness. That makes you wicked by default. That's why you're going to be destroyed, because you quit to come against Israelites who has done nothing to you. But when it comes to confronting your own, that's about to bring death, violence, and destruction your way, you are silent. This is why you're going to be destroyed.
It's not going to be pretty either. This second Ezra's 15. I'm going to go down to 14. This is the GNT as well. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil. That's something that you're seeing right now. With one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There will no longer be free access to cities, because the struggle for the power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion. Wherever people live, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions, man. That's what's getting ready to take place, man. Because them civil wars is coming around, y'all want to believe it or not. Like, I was looking at this, I think it was called Civil War. The Civil War was going on, and you had people that was running little small businesses. They were still running their stores, trying to stay out of it. It's a lot of you Americans that got that state of mind thinking that you just gonna stay out of it. That shit gonna find you, because people gonna know you got something, especially you people that be showcasing what you stockpiling on the internet. You got people that see that, and they gonna come see about you.
I got another question for you, Americans. If America was so just and so righteous and so great, how come ain't nobody in jail yet for the Epstein files? How come ain't nobody in jail yet? You got foreign countries putting their people in jail because they are in the Epstein files. They're implicated. The UK did it. Because y'all with the shit too. I mean, you can try to act like you against it, but I don't see no January 6th events taking place. So you must not be too upset. You was more upset over a fake election than the fact that your country's been ran by pedos. That says a lot about you, America. You are more upset over a so-called black man winning the presidency than a PDF in your White House.
And they still on Obama's nuts.
They can't get off.
Can't get off of this.
And this is a Hamite.
That's wild.
So that shows you how low your goals are.
So when the shit come out about Obama and these Epstein files, and Michelle is well, because she's probably in the right.
Michelle, I'm pretty sure Big Mike was running through.
In there. So when that come out, I really want to see the reaction that you so-called black folks got when that happens. When that truth
They already know. They already know Michelle Obama is a man. They just choose to ignore it.
You still got Jakes out here talking about how they still want to run up in Big Mike.
You goofies. That's a man. And the fact that y'all are complicit is the fact that you chose to ignore it. That shows you have been in Babylon too long. You're willing to overlook the fact that the so-called black president wasn't a crackhead and wasn't a homosexual. You just sweep that under the rug because you want him up there with the greats. You want him up there with Dr. King, who betrayed his own nation.
And they give y'all a false sense of hope that Joe black ass could be a president when you cannot. That was a Hamite, like we said before. An Israelite ain't gonna be no president of the United States. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, Esau ain't having that. He'll take you out first.
And if Jake did become a president of the United States, he gonna get chewed up and spit out.
And you know what? You know why I say he'll take you out first? Because it has happened before. Look at Claudia Sheinbaum, so-called president of Mexico. She's a fake Jew. She's not Mexican. And you know what they did to secure that position for her? They took out 38 candidates for president. They deleted them. And I'm pretty sure some of those candidates were Israelites. So don't tell me what Esau will and won't do for power. He's showing you right now what he's willing to do and not willing to do for power. He's not willing to let an Israelite gain any true power in his wicked kingdom. Because any source of righteousness is a threat to a wicked kingdom. That's why he's trying to come down on freedom of speech. That's why he's flagging videos, giving you strikes, taking down channels. Esau don't deal with truth. He deal with the fantasy that he creates in his wicked ass mind, and he wants the rest of the world to roll with it. And if you don't roll with his demented delusion, you the terrorist. You the problem.
Calling you the problem when he's the biggest problem, the cancer of the earth, man. The cancer of the earth, I'm telling you. You the problem. But you got motherfuckers out here dying because of this air. You cutting down all the trees. You fucking destroying the food, the water, letting causing nasty ass abominable snow to come down upon us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got the nerve to call somebody a terrorist or a threat or anything. But you commit genocide daily.
And committing terrorism daily. This man only comes at you at night. That shows he's weak. You the problem. Okay, if all these other nations are terrorists, what have they terrorized?
Exactly.
But we can name plenty of shit America has terrorized. Starting with yesterday. They bombed Iran. Before that, they bombed Nigeria. They bombed Venezuela. Before that, Trump first presidency, he bombed Syria 3 times.
And threatening to bomb more.
So who's the real terrorist here?
He said it's gonna be certain death.
So who's the real terrorist? I mean, and once again, this is a rogue state by definition, because in order to declare war, Congress has to approve it. They did not approve none of these strikes Trump is issuing out. And you know what's happening inside the military? The Navy. Some of the sailors are sabotaging their own ships.
Yeah, they stuff some stocks, some socks, and some stuff inside of it to shut it down.
They sabotaging ships because they know this shit is wrong. One colonel stepped down because he said he took an oath to obey the Constitution, not one man. But see, what does that say about the rest of your military though?
Yeah.
Trump has managed to transform this whole military into a gang of pirates, murderers, and thieves. But this is your prestigious military.
The most powerful in the world.
He defiled the military, just like he defiled the White House. Well, defiled long before he stepped in there.
That's what he said. He built his military up in his first term. He said he built it up. Now he's got the most strongest military in the world, and that he can basically do what he wants to do.
Yeah, he said this. He said, I could do whatever I want. I could destroy the country if I want to.
He's about to.
That goes back to the scriptures, because it says they would do it because it's in the power of their hands. He said, I can do whatever I want to do. I can even destroy the country. So, MAGA, is America great yet?
That's a rap. America's a rap. It's been a rap.
America been on downhill since the 60s. America's golden age was during in the 50s and the 60s. After that, it was on a steady decline. But now, the Lord is speeding up the time where can't nobody mistake the times for the times we in. We are in the last days, and the Lord is about to show his presence. He's already shown his presence by making Esau destroy his own kingdom, because it's in his will. So once again, all of y'all who want America to keep going, you're going against the will of the Lord, and you're going to be destroyed for it. What you need to worry about is your own salvation. Don't worry about this country. Don't worry about these politicians. The Lord going to deal with all of them.
Oh, they're going to get it for sure. Remember, you always say that they're going to be stringing them up.
Yeah.
Because this one guy, Richard D., he said the American empire is over. But no U.S. politician dares to tell the people it's over. And that's why a lot of them politicians going to be getting put to death by these people. Because that sedition is definitely going to come, man. And it says another one, and we getting close to this July 4th. The life cycle of empires does not last longer than 250 years. They progress from the age of pioneers to the age of conquest, then commence affluence, intelligence, and finally the age of decadence and collapse. That's what's happening right now. America is decaying from the inside out, man.
Listen, it is. Other countries arrest their leaders for coups or being in the Epstein files. The United States don't. Because this is the source of wickedness. Listen to this. A Jewish scientist, Sam Harris. There's nothing wrong with eating babies. Dude!
Hey, look at the baby they got there.
Yeah, a black baby.
Black baby. Huh.
So these are people that's running the country. These are the people who have political influence. Animals. What did I always say? Just because you walk on 2 legs and can speak a language don't make you human.
Exactly.
And the animals are showing who the animals are. Engaging in all this. If they really cared about the victims, it would have never been an Epstein Island. You go another testament to America's hypocrisy. All these TV evangelists, these mega church pastors, Joel Osteen, all these pastors with private jets and shit. That's legal, right? As long as they're white. Look at this. Fake pastor sentenced to 9 years in prison for using $90,000 from his church members to buy luxury items. What TV evangelist hasn't done this?
What about Benny Hinn and them?
Exactly, but they got Jake going to jail for it. See, Jake, you never had a chance in America. You were brought to America to be punished, not to prosper. And you haven't figured that out when you try to commit the same crimes these Edomites commit and get away with it. For some reason, you go to jail.
That's because they're not in trouble as other men.
Exactly.
So you go get in trouble. And another thing, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And they looking for a reason to put you under jail.
Exactly.
They looking for a reason.
Jake go to jail.
Tell us to move a certain way.
Jake could go to jail. Jake could go to jail for selling drugs. Selling weed. He'll go to jail for that. Esau opens up a chain of stores.
Yeah.
Nobody goes there. All of a sudden it's legal. See, the hypocrisy. You were not brought here to prosper, Jake. You were brought here to be punished by these animals called Edomites. But the good news is our punishment is almost over and theirs is just beginning. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning.
Yeah.
Brother, paraphrasing the scripture. Listen to this. Norway, the first country to arrest Epstein associate. Norway just put the Trump DOJ to shame. Former Prime Minister Thornborn Jagland was taken into custody today for charges of gross corruption. And even some of these Edomite countries over there in Asia, yeah, they're arresting these people, but guess what? They're giving them white-collar crime charges. They're not giving them PDF charges. So once again, they're protecting their own. Because you can go to Israel and Greece and escape the long arm of the law. Because ask Tom Hanks. He moved to Greece. Well, his name came up in the files. Greece and Israel, they treat pedophiles, they treat that like a medical condition, and you get benefits for it. You get money for it. They treat it like a medical condition.
And let them continue to do the shit.
And let them continue to destroy these children. That's why Esau wasn't given the blessing. Because Esau didn't care about future generations of his nation. Just like he doesn't care about the future generations of his nation still to this day. Because he's destroying the minds and the spirits of the youth of his own nation. So if you got a bunch of corrupt, indoctrinated children when they were young to be PDFs, to be concubines for these older men, how do you think they're gonna act in rulership? They're not rulers because they have been defiled at young ages. Esau destroys his younger generation. That's why he denied birthright.
Expendable children.
Yeah.
Expendable children. They use it for certain situations, and that's that.
Gotta get rid of the Bible. Make it look like an accident.
You Edomites, that's all that's going on right now. It's just the Lord exposing you, man. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts about thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's exactly what's happening right now. These F-15s and everything, but they still got people out here paying attention to other shit. Like they just had All-Star Weekend and this T.I. 50 Cent shit going on. They you know how Esau do. He'll throw a bomb over there and then run that way. When your head turns looking at the distraction, he's on some other bullshit. That's all that's going on right now.
It was getting too hot. The Epstein files getting too hot. That's why he had to throw another distraction out there by starting a war. This man, that tell you right there how cowardly and selfish he is. He would rather start a war and get people killed than to tell the truth. So yeah, these people are done, man. And for all you Americans that's still on the fence, what are you on the fence about? You see the wickedness right in your face. What are you gonna do? You gonna be an Edomite and turn your cognitive dissonance up like you always have been doing? Even though this affects you now. I know it's easy for you to ignore the problems of other people.
When it's not affecting you.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer for you. You can easily ignore that shit. But what about when it's affecting you directly now? What are you gonna do? You gonna still turn a blind eye to wickedness? Or you gonna kick in the door to the White House like y'all did on January 6th? Because it shows me that y'all were more pissed off about a lie over a fake election than actual proof of what your president is. See, y'all don't see that selective outrage gonna get y'all destroyed. Cause y'all need to be on top of this if you want to save your nation, which you're not, because it's not the Lord's will. But it's just gonna show a character on your part if you choose to do something or nothing about the fact that your president is a corrupt, they're showing your character as well. Because if you don't do nothing about it, indirectly, you win it. You rather get upset over some racist shit, over lies about us, than actual truths about your own people. That shows you how twisted you really are, and always has been. Because you always been ignoring truth about your people. It's like that Edomite said, the United States, what have we become? No, Eve had to correct it. No, it's what have you been ignoring?
Exactly.
So we gonna see your true character. We already know what you're gonna do. You gonna roll with Edom because that's your nation, and it shows your wickedness. Because even back in the day, there were so-called righteous Edomites marching with Dr. King. They couldn't have been Edomites though, because spiritually they had Israelite spirits on them.
I could have been Jake all day.
Exactly. So you true Edomites, spiritual Edomites, we don't expect you to do anything. That's how we know you're Edom, because you with the shit just like your president. We don't expect you to do nothing. All right. Yeah, we go ahead and close this thing down. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, and Abshah, Hashem, Kakadash. The honor to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, brothers who talk this same doctrine. A few Aqua that's out there listening, we want to say Shalom, Bye.
Cool, wasn't no scoffers on there today. Only comment was on there.